Starfield has been delayed. What are the ramifications? And what does that mean? Let's discuss. Hey friends, Axial GT here. So it was announced today, May 12th, that Starfield and Redfall are being delayed, in a statement that reads the following. We've made the decision to delay the launches of Redfall and Starfield to the first half of 2023. The teams at Arcane Austin, which is Redfall, and Bethesda Game Studios, which is Starfield, have incredible ambitions for their games, and we want to ensure that you receive the best, most polished version of them. We want to thank everyone for their excitement for Redfall and Starfield. That energy is a huge part of what inspires all of us every day and drives our own excitement for what we are creating. We can't wait to share the first deep dive into the gameplay for both Redfall and Starfield soon. Thank you for your support. So before we get into my thoughts, hit the like, smash the bell to be notified of when I upload, and if you're new, happy to have you. Consider subscribing to be part of the discussion. While all this is kind of shocking news, given in a recent interview, Todd Howard said this.
You've got Starfield, you have a release date that's in, I'm going to call it pencil on the calendar. You've penciled it right now. I don't think no game release dates get written in ink anymore until like they've...
Yeah, we wrote it pretty hard in that trailer. So.
Well, I want to ask you about that in a minute, but...
that felt like some ink, but yeah.
Okay, we'll get to that in a second,
Sure.
But Starfield is written in ink for November 11th, 2022, per your words, which seemingly would indicate that it's in pretty good shape as far as...
We have our challenges. I can't sit here and say... it's a very, very ambitious game.
Yeah.
Look, we were, confident about the date when we put that out there.
And this video is unscripted, and my apologies. I worked 14 hours today, and call me lazy, but I really didn't feel like writing a script. So I'm just talking off the cuff. Starfield and Redfall being delayed has huge ramifications in my opinion. Oh, and this is not a console war hit piece. Whether you're for Xbox or Sony, they both suck. Over the years, they trade places on who wants to be portrayed as anti-consumer. At the moment, Sony is displaying the title, but I'm sure it will change again. Anyway, all fanboy shit aside, Xbox is pushing Game Pass, and pushing it hard. Now, does anyone realize with these recent delays that Xbox doesn't have any first-party titles? And I repeat, any first-party titles that have been announced or have release dates in 2022. Starfield being the big one, and most anticipated. Xbox and Bethesda Showcase is coming up in a month, and I had figured Starfield would be the main attraction. With its delay, I'm not so sure. Yes, we will probably see some information on Starfield, but not like we would have. The biggest issue is Game Pass. Game Pass is like a future promise. The Xbox Series X and S is selling well, and as of January, there are about 25 million Game Pass subscribers. Even I own it for PC. But will there be a flood of people to cancel their Game Pass subscriptions? I do think this is a real possibility. Game Pass is a good value. If you purchase more than 2 games a year, Game Pass is really a no-brainer. But I also know many people bought into the Game Pass ecosystem because they could play some of the games in the Game Pass library while they waited for Starfield. And yes, we want a polished game. Not like Cyberpunk or the more recently Halo. Halo was released unfinished and hasn't recovered. Its player base is dwindling, and I definitely don't want another Fallout 76 or that kind of shit show release. But Microsoft needs to pull a rabbit out of its ass to mitigate the backlash of no first-party titles coming to Game Pass in 2022, or a huge drop in its user base will occur. It's funny. I have a love-hate relationship with Microsoft. I think Game Pass is great and of real value, and Windows is, well, the biggest theft of property, and they can shove Windows 10 and especially Windows 11 where the sun don't shine. Now when it comes to the Xbox Showcase, in a month, yes, we will probably get some Starfield news, and maybe some Avowed being developed by Obsidian. It's funny, arguably the best Fallout game, post-Interplay era, was Fallout New Vegas, also made by Obsidian, not Bethesda. There still has to be some bad blood between these two developers, given Obsidian got screwed. But anyway, I see Game Pass taking a real hit with the news of Starfield's delay. Without Game Pass, the Xbox console looks less enticing. But what do you guys think? Tell me in the comments below. I read all of them. And don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell if you enjoyed this type of content. But until next time, my friends, I am out of here. You all have a good one.